Yes. See if I can run through it again real quick. We've got some wood chips. Williams Tree Service has brought out one load of wood chips, and hopefully we'll be able to get more in the future. And this is where I want him to put them. We'll try this again. So this is a raised bed of lettuce and greens and stuff that got put in by Dale. Headed this effort up. While we were doing that, I went ahead and grabbed some straw, had some potatoes. So put out some Kennebec potatoes. The original thought was, for me, a 3-bay compost system right in here in the dead center to put a pathway of wood chips north and south, east and west, making 4 kind of quadrants, smaller plots that could then be divvied up how we needed to. Since we have that in place, instead of doing north, south, east, west, we may just go 45 degrees, make it an X as far as the pathways that come into this, and divide up the planting beds. This will have wood chips around it. And then I've got a 2-wheel walk-behind tractor with a rotary plow, and I can come in, put a stake in the middle with a rope, kind of as a compass, come in and go through here, and what it does is it will rotary take soil from here, almost like making a small ditch, but rather than throwing the soil way, way away, it's got a shield and it dumps it right here to the right. And so you can do that. It digs a little divot, little pathway here, down 2 or 3 inches, however deep I have it, and just lays the topsoil off to the right. Then come around, make about a 20 to 30 inch permanent raised bed, go this direction, it does the same thing, leaves it, puts it over on the right, and you create a raised bed here. Then you come back again next to that, and you'll have about a 30-inch raised bed and about a 30 or so inch pathway, which it's good enough to walk in without having to be, real careful, fall over or anything, wide enough for a wheelbarrow. So then you'll have another raised bed, and just do that in circles, and then we cut in those paths, and those become permanent raised beds. Do that in this rectangle, and then over on that end where it starts to go down, divide that into 2 plots and put that as like sweet corn and maybe a trumpetino or some kind of moscata squash that tends to really spread out a whole lot. So that's kind of the idea of the visual design. These 2 rows are kind of straight, but other than that, we'll have curving rows. So there'll be little bitty small triangles or curves up there, and then of course they get bigger as they go out in each direction. Hopefully I recorded it this time. One of these days I'm going to remember to hit that record button.